Hello guys, it's November 2020, and we're gonna discuss today Free Friday class pick with the Dada Nexus category with the Chinese e-commerce courier. It's a grocery play. It's also a last mile delivery play. So let us discuss whether this is a awesome 10x pick in a portfolio. Let's see first what it does. So quickly, people delivery wars all over the world. But the thing about the last mile delivery is that, of course, partner with a JD. It's not just a food delivery play. You can actually get anything to go nowadays. So how do we understand? Okay, it's a Chinese online grocery platform. Dada Nexus debuted on the NASDAQ IPO around June. And in the last, well, June, July, August, September, October, November. So after 6 months, around 5 to 6 months, the company has already doubled. That's normal. You might think, now, wow, that then maybe I'm late. But actually, you're not late, depending on how you address the growth company's efforts. And so we're not gonna check these things. What we're gonna look at
Shanghai.
is a few things about JD. So as you can see, JD, for those who aren't aware, is China's second largest e-commerce, second to Alibaba. It's called Qingtong Taojia. It means Qingtong to go. That is a Chinese name, Qingtong Taojia. And then Tata, so that's their Dada Express. So in summary, it is an on-demand retail and delivery platform backed by Walmart and JD.com. They raised $320 million in this US IPO on June 5. And it's very clear why you should understand why JD and Walmart invested $500 million on this company. Why did they plow so much money? You have to understand many things about Chinese e-commerce. Dada is China's leading local instant retail and distribution platform. The mission of everything is available immediately. Core business platform Tata Express and JT Taotia. The two maintains an independent and open operating model, and at the same time synergistically and mutually promoting a win-win situation, forming a combined effect of retail and logistics. Tata Group was established in Shanghai in 2014 and listed on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange in June 2020. For those who are aware or not aware, Alibaba, of course, is a retail and logistics company. In fact, this year, if I remember correctly, Alibaba increased stake in Alibaba currently has a huge stake already in many express logistics firms. You have SF Express, ZTO Express, YTO Express. And for SF Express and YTO Express, I think Alibaba increased their stake. And it just tells you that the logistics is a very huge thing for every retail company. In fact, Amazon is a logistics behemoth in itself. Microsoft and Walmart work together with FedEx, so to help, of course, Walmart. So in general, all the logistics is a booming business. And we are going to check out how some of the companies bringing food and groceries, specifically in China, are. Let's watch this. 4 minutes.
Food delivery in China is big business. It's currently dominated by Meituan and Ele.me, and the two combine to control 90% of the market. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected the industry, resulting in fewer takeout delivery orders. But it also gave rise to a host of other platforms that deliver groceries and fresh produce during a time when many supermarkets and diners had to close. In this video, we take a brief look at the duopoly of Meituan and Ele.me, as well as some other platforms that deliver a wide range of food-related products and more to Chinese consumers.
So it used to be that actually it's only Alibaba's Ele.me and 10 cents Meituan Tianping that's actually competing. Now you can understand why JD had to come in. Tencent and Alibaba are your duopolies, but JD wants to be part of that triopoly if possible. So Ele.me means are you hungry? Ele.me. It's a Mandarin word. That's Alibaba's food delivery app. And of course, China is very much, I think in China, around 50% of the entire population has use of food mobile app. So the penetration rate when it comes to food and deliveries, it's really huge. Let's watch this again together.
Ele.me, which translates to "Are you hungry?" has a 32.8% market share according to analysis. By the end of 2019, there are over 3 million delivery couriers working for Ele.me across China. In 2019, with Alibaba's capital support, the company acquired rival Baidu Waimai, the food delivery service of internet giant Baidu. The following year, Ele.me was bought by Alibaba in the largest acquisition deal in China's internet industry at the time. Its main rivalry is with Tencent-backed Meituan Dianping. According to analysis, Meituan controls 65.1% of China's food delivery market, and like with Ele.me, employ their own delivery couriers. The core of Meituan's business is their food delivery service, but the company offers much more through its app, including shared bikes, an Airbnb-like lodging platform, an OTA service, and is even expanding into ride-hailing. During the COVID-19 pandemic, participating restaurants voiced displeasure at Meituan's high commission fees that were cutting into their ability to make profits or even break even. While food deliveries have taken a hit due to COVID-19, grocery deliveries on the platform have seen a growth as consumers opt to cook for themselves. Also backed by Alibaba, Ele.me, as the poster child of Alibaba's new retail experiment, offers both an in-store grocery shopping experience as well as an online grocery delivery component. Ele.me stores also offered cooked meals, which are made from ingredients sold within the stores. Online orders are fulfilled by on-site staff, who go around the store and gather items for customers, which are then passed along to a delivery courier. They offer delivery within half an hour for customers within 3 kilometers of their stores, with delivery fees for the first order of each day being free. JD.Dada was founded in 2015 as a subsidiary of JD.com. It merged with DADA Nexus in the following year for better cooperation. The on-demand platform carries fresh produce, snacks, and more items than you could find in a typical local supermarket. The platform orders are covered by Dada Now, a crowdsourced delivery platform. They've partnered with brands like Walmart, Yonghui, and Pepsi Food, as well as more than 89,000 stores. Although yet to generate a profit, net revenue in Q1 of 2020 saw an increase to 1.1 billion RMB, up from 526.5 million RMB in the first quarter of 2019. The company has filed for an IPO on Nasdaq in 2020. Dingdong Maicai offers products like vegetables, fruits, seafoods, snacks, and staple foods. It adopted a big data-driven approach that predicts future orders. It mainly operates in higher-tier cities across China and offers deliveries within half an hour. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Dingdong saw its monthly active users grow by 14% in January, and its revenues reach 1.2 billion RMB in February. After gaining many new users during this time, reaching over 14 million monthly active users as of February 2020, their focus is now on keeping these newly acquired customers. They've reportedly raised $300 million in a new financing round led by private equity firm General Atlantic. 每日优先 has a mobile platform that sells daily produce like meats, fruits, and veggies. As of Q3 of 2019, it had more than 10 million monthly active users. The company features front-end warehouses, which are near customer neighborhoods and deliver more than 3,000 types of products. Using a data-driven approach, 每日优先 studies purchase behaviors to stock nearby warehouses with products that more accurately match the preferences of local customers. In 2019, the startup announced a goal of reaching $14 billion in revenue by 2021.
So as you could see, it actually is a, I'm not sure if you can call it, it's not really a copycat, but the business model is truly happening wherein they figured out that what is so staple that you want to be delivered every month, every week, and that would be China food and groceries. So definitely we could do a subscription model. And that is
Food
something that
delivery and
Walmart Plus did this year. And it's like, if my memory is correct, I think it's $99, whereas Amazon has $109. And Walmart is actually doing so well in these fronts that they also have so much curbside pickups. You could see that the traditional supermarkets aren't really traditional at all. They have been very fast, very good in backing up so many great internet companies. And as you could see in this modern time, if you are running a modern restaurant, it is not an easy task if you were doing it just relying on foot traffic. Of course, the COVID pandemic showed you that it was impossible, next to zero sales if you had zero takeout, which makes all of these platforms and apps really the most essential product during COVID pandemic. From Uber Eats, Postmates, Shopify, Deliveroo, Just Eat, Takeaway, DoorDash, Skip the Dishes, Delivery Hero, Deliveroo, Caviar. We actually studied ride hailing and all of these companies and food delivery apps. We saw that Uber Eats is actually the strongest growth platform for Uber. In fact, when you study it intently, it's really the food delivery that made it very strong, Uber as a company. And you could see that DoorDash is also doing an IPO coming this, I'm not sure if it's next month or this month, but we did analyze both of these entities given that they're going to hit an IPO soon. In light of these things, it just tells you that it's a very critical, a very essential business for restaurants. And not so it's really threefold. You've got the customer like you who's ordering, you've got the retail entity, the merchant, it could be any restaurant, and then of course the delivery man. So you have to also make sure that the delivery man has to get the good wage that he wants. So actually, last couple of weeks or months, there was a very epic bill, the uh, California 22, California Bill 22, which made essentially all of your workers not regular workers but independent contractors sending Uber and Lyft and most of the related gig economy workers to become independent contractors. It is, of course, a legal battle, but California voted yes to this work, so that actually was pro Uber and pro Lyft. Let's see what it is like to be a delivery man in China. Let's watch this together.
You can see them everywhere in China's big cities. Hundreds of millions of people use apps every day for delivery. But who are these people literally risking their lives to deliver food in time?
吃不懂，身上都有摔的伤。
哦，这都是摔车的。
对，腿上这儿都有。
腿上都有。哦。
很正常。
What's it like to be a delivery man in China? To get groceries in China, you don't even have to leave your house anymore. All you need is to order what you want on an app. And this even includes fresh groceries like fish, crabs, or even bullfrogs. We're inside Freshippo, a supermarket run by Chinese internet giant Alibaba. You can see staff running around the shop picking up groceries. So how does it work? Let's say my friend's dad feels like cooking an eel for dinner that night. He places an order with the supermarket via his phone. The live eel is killed, prepared, packed, and then sent to the back of house for collection. The delivery man is on a tight deadline. He has to deliver it in roughly half an hour. Food delivery is fast becoming a part of everyday life in big cities. According to a government report, out of China's 570 million internet users, almost half of them have ordered food online. And the workers powering the $67 billion industry are people like 28-year-old Ren Jiuliang. For the past 3 years, Ren has woken up every morning for another day of racing against time. Ren works for Meituan, the largest food delivery company in China.
特别紧张，反正感觉就每天骑车吧，有根弦儿绷着一样，就随时特别眼疾手快，反正骑摩托车对吧？热堵在路上也特别危险。
Depending on distance, drivers usually only have about half an hour to 40 minutes to make a delivery. Got my groceries! He says he can tackle 40 to 50 orders a day and gets paid about $1.50 per order at peak hours. But if he's late, his pay gets cut in half. That's why the lunch hour is a mad dash for delivery drivers. Many of these drivers are young men who left their small towns for bigger paychecks in the cities. They're known within China as migrant workers.
Guys, let me just stop you right there. Statistics, you heard it right. There's about 40 to 50 orders a day. Each order is $1.50. These people are migrant workers from provinces, and they went to the tier 1, tier 2 cities who's ordering on that lunchtime prime hour, and just to make $50 to $75 a day. So it is very hard. It is very running against time extreme, because if they don't meet that delivery in 30 minutes, that $1.50 that they earn is going to be cut into half. So actually, stock investors have the luxury to make money while sleeping, but delivery people have so much zero time to sleep. This is such a hard work, very hard work for the delivery guys.
Meituan says over half of its 2.7 million drivers are migrant workers. And in big cities like Beijing and Shanghai, that figure is up to 97%. Nationwide, over 70% of its 2.7 million drivers come from the countryside.
我老婆现在跟我在一块儿，刚来也是来北京打算找工作上班。我儿子在家里边，我妈妈带着，想啊，没办法，生活压力只能这样。现在不挣钱，将来没办法养活他们，对吧？
Ren earns about $1,100 per month, which he says is nearly 3 times what he could make at home.
要是现在没有个一技之长，出去上班挣不了这么多。
Guys, let me just stop you right there. In the Philippines, I also checked out. So this Chinese guy said that he earns about $1,100. That would be about 50 to 60,000 pesos a month. Indeed, that's 3 times the average wage of any normal worker. That's why they do that effort to, I mean, it's a performance-based effort, as you can well see. And for people like him who came from the countryside, as you know, 70% of these delivery people are actually are migrant workers. They came from the countryside. They went to Shanghai and Beijing to seek for a better life. The narrative is the same because we come from the Philippines, and we all know how hard life is in the Philippines. On average, daily wage in the Philippines would be about $250 a month. Indeed, earning $1,100 is actually times 4, times 3. I checked with some anecdotes in the Philippines. They all said the same thing. Working for a food delivery, whether it be a Food Panda, a Grab Food, or a Lala Move, is actually more, I'd say, more rewarding for them, even if it comes with the risks of so many risks, like traffic accidents and so forth. Actually, what you'll notice if you go through this entire 3-minute video, which I would stop right now, is that because these food delivery guys are racing against time, they might not always be following the traffic lights, the stoplights, and so forth. You as a driver, you as a car, you have, I would say that you have a car and you are driving a car, you might as well understand not the risks that they are taking. So when you see some of these motorcycles all over this, it's a very essential good, very essential need, but do give them more tips, I would suggest. I'll show you a few more things. Deliveroo is one of the largest, actually is the largest in Europe. So they're actually turning food delivery into a data-driven enterprise. It just tells you how big this entire business of food delivery, global food delivery. But let's say that actually, when you take a look at all the annual reports, it's not really food delivery. They call themselves last mile delivery because if you have 100 million people and let's say each last mile means every little mile, and you can have a person to deliver that good, it's actually the only way for e-commerce to really be successful. Actually, this is a 3-minute video about how Deliveroo works with Slack and turns that food delivery into a data-driven enterprise. Maybe we'll watch just 1 minute.
Deliveroo is a company aiming to be the world's definitive food brand. We operate in 12 different countries across more than 200 cities, tens of thousands of restaurants and partners, and tens of thousands of riders. If you want food delivered to your house, you can get Deliveroo to deliver it in a matter of minutes.
So my team basically focuses on onboarding and restaurant support. We have a whole team of almost 130 people working in the Philippines just creating menus.
When I joined 2 years ago, we already needed automation, but now we are bigger. We have more things to do, more load, more work, and anything that you can automate is good.
As we grow so fast, we encounter new challenges all the time. Having all of your tools accessible from one place is really valuable for us. Whereas in the past, we may have had to go and actually build our interface for this ourselves. What's really nice is Slack becomes our interface to our internal customers and to the business. And that saves us a crazy amount of engineering work at our end.
We have a channel for every project that we work on. And it's a good way to be in touch with everyone that you work with. Some of the channels only have like 4 people maybe because it's a small feature, but when we build like something big that connects everyone in the company, there are channels with like dozens or even hundreds of people all connected in the same channel.
We use different types of...
So I'll stop that. What you just needed to know is that anything that you can automate, you must do it. And this one is turning food delivery because they're working with thousands of restaurants. We're talking about 10,000 plus restaurants. And many
Deliveroo is a company
it becomes imperative for any, so it makes the delivery company actually the aggregator of all the small and medium businesses, small and medium-sized businesses, the way, in my view, Shopify enabled all these brick and mortar retailers to become as capable and as nimble and as available just as Amazon is. So actually, if you think about it, what is the rationale of Walmart in JD's latest investment for Chinese retail? They invested 2018, that was about 2 years ago. And as you heard, Alibaba has Hippo Fresh, Ele.me, and Tencent has, of course, Tencent owns Pinduoduo. Tencent owns 800 plus companies. And Tencent's one of the largest internet company of Tencent is Meituan Tianping. As you heard a while ago, within Meituan Tianping, you can order anything, not just, and you can order a fresh eel if you wanted to. And inside it, you can actually also do Airbnb type of booking if you wanted to. So if you can understand the big trillions of your Amazons, your Alibabas, your JD.coms, and Tencents are very much interested to invest in what is the most bigger, not really bigger, but the biggest, if possible, the biggest runways to serve the billions of people. And as you heard a while ago in some stats, amongst 570 million internet consumers, half of them have already ordered something food related online. So that is a huge understanding. Amongst all these big secular trends, what is DADA's role here? DADA is a small company here. It IPO'd at $3.5 billion. From 16, it's now at 33, 32. So it's about double since IPO at $7 billion. It is not yet making money, as you well heard, because they're fighting, and it's normal for any internet company to actually not yet be profitable. But how much is, wait, let me just fix this slide. Of course, the most important thing about the slide is that they are, stop video. They have a mutually beneficial
Food delivery is a huge business in China, and a big part of that is mobile phone
They have a mutually beneficial collaboration with strategic partners and shareholders. The strategy of JD here is to be there because Alibaba is there, Tencent is there. It doesn't want to be forgotten because if they don't invest here, actually, Alibaba will keep on taking market share. You have to understand what JD believes the future of shopping is. The future of shopping isn't just instant food delivery, it's actually instant anything delivery. So actually, you can see it in most of their prospectus, and you could see that this is an American sharing how easy food delivery in China is. Life just gets better and more convenient. The world today, from instant noodles, we went from instant noodles to instant everything. So those who are rich are really paying a lot for that convenience, and that is something that your e-commerce giants wants to give for everyone. How big is that investment committed by Walmart and JD? Very big. They invested $500 million in Walmart and DADA, so that's nothing to be looking at as it's just a small startup. No, it's very huge. Tata, JD, Taotia, And Walmart's investment is ranked the 57th of the 494 global unicorn firms and 6th when it comes to logistics. So there are people asking, will Walmart ever make money at Dada Nexus? They have an 11% stake, very huge, co-leading a $500 million investment. You could see that in sources of Dada Nexus growth in China's lower tier cities have been outpacing tier 1 and tier 2. When we talk about lower tier cities, we're talking about tier 3, tier 4. That's would be Yunnan. That would be the provinces. The tier 1 and tier 2 are your typical Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen. But when it comes to the lower tier cities, that is where the biggest growth are. Chengdu. And what you're seeing is that as they become richer and richer, that is where the need for these delivery services are needed, right? So the growth is tremendous. Actually, you will see later on in slides how big the growth is. It's about 30%. And let's learn more about this company. Dada Express, just 6 years of development. Dada Express already iteratively upgrades its technical abilities, so they're growing faster than ever. Based on the flexibility, actually a while ago, the 30% CAGR, it's actually not, that their 30% CAGR is just JD. JD with big billions of dollars of sales, of big billions of yuan. Since JD and Dada Nexus is the partner, Dada Nexus handles all those deliveries, and it's growing something like 100%. So it is an awesome 10x company in terms of growth. Based on the flexibility and scalability of the crowdsourcing capacity network, a set of distribution service systems consisting of on-site distribution, instant distribution, help by delivery has been built to satisfy the surge in demand for orders in diversified scenarios, providing various businesses and individual users with professional and efficient local instant delivery services. As the first quarter of 2020 suggested, Dada's Express already covered more than 2,400 counties, districts, cities across the country, with a peak daily order volume exceeding 9.2 million orders in 2019. For 12 months ending March 31, Dada delivered more than 822 million orders, and this is one of the largest, #1 in China's socialized intra-city delivery market share. So JD Taotia is China's leading local instant retail platform under the Dada Group. JD Taotia, it's Taotia, so to go to your home. So JD to go. If you're Chinese, you know what I mean. Taotia, jia ting de jia. Cooperating with partners such as retailers and brands. So as you could see, it is such an essential, because all the small and medium businesses would have to need a JD Taotia or any delivery app to actually help serve all their customers. Supermarket convenience, fresh fruits, vegetables, medicine, health, flowers, cakes. Actually, recently Amazon did an Amazon pharmacy. So JD is also doing a lot, even medicine, so even pharmacy. Everything can be delivered. Home, fashion, massive commodities, all relies on Dada's Express National Instant Delivery Network. Instead of deploying robots, just essentially right now, the market believes that let's just give millions of people a job, and these millions of people will work for about $1.50 every delivery, every order. So they will work so hard to get that earnings. And actually, in a sad state, I guess it's like the modern slave economy, if you think about it. So when I was studying the California bill, I can understand how a lot of Americans working for about $10 an hour would feel with those types of apps. Some said they can earn $16, but that would mean that they are literally doing so extreme work. It is very hard. They're really risking a lot of their lives trying to race against time. Contract performance, assisting retailers and brands in the omni-channel digital transformation. So they now cover more than 700 counties. So what they're saying is that they just cover a huge amount of retailers. JD Taotia ranked #1 in market share for China's local retailers over the offline to online platform industry, online to offline platform. So it's really a merger. So we all know about the omni-channel. Let's watch the futures of shopping said by JD, because JD is the #1 backer of Dada Nexus. Let's watch this. 8 minutes.
JD.com has become China's largest retailer, online or offline. thanks to its commitment to authenticity and quality. But at the core of all that is the technology that makes up some of the most advanced e-commerce infrastructure in the world. What we have done at JD.com is make it possible for hundreds of millions of consumers all over China to access quality, authentic goods. They can receive their order the same or next day after they place them. But our vision is even bigger than that. We want to enable other retailers to offer the same thing. We truly believe the future of shopping is boundaryless. Consumers everywhere, not just JD.com's customers, should be able to buy whatever they want, whenever and wherever they want it. JD is committed to providing retail infrastructure for all of its partners to define the future of shopping. We have thousands of engineers in China and Silicon Valley working on AI, big data, cloud computing, robotics, and drones, among many other technologies, to set the global standard for what an e-commerce experience should look like.
At JD.com, we believe that consumers should be able to buy whatever they want, whenever and wherever they want it. Traditional commerce models are focused on fixed points of sale and limited choice for consumers. But we believe retail should be boundaryless and focus on serving consumers, whether they are shopping on their phones, on their computers, in offline stores, or even from their cars. We are leveraging technology in order to provide an unmatched experience. From AR/VR to IoT to AI and other advanced technology, we have developed retail innovations that are completely changing what it means to take a trip to the store. The goal is to improve the customer experience at every stage, creating a more engaging and a seamless experience and building greater customer retention and loyalty. With the help of our technology and resources, JD can meet customers wherever they are.
Artificial intelligence and its applications are completely changing how companies operate and the level of service they're able to provide. JD.com uses AI on a daily basis to make its operations more efficient and to make shopping easier and more enjoyable for customers. We are focused on AI technologies such as natural language processing, computer vision, AR/VR, and robotics in a wide range of applications, from retail to logistics and finance. Using deep learning and transfer learning technologies, our customer service chatbot is able to detect even the subtlest of human emotions in real time and provide appropriate responses, making for a more natural and efficient interaction. Our snapshot technology acts as a 24/7 shopping consultant, using AI to help customers discover the latest products and trends. It analyzes photos customers upload in order to provide product recommendations. We are using AI to make the customer experience smarter and more personalized for both JD and our partners.
Consumers increasingly demand to know where their products come from, including how ingredients are sourced, handled.
Yadi, hi. So, of course, for those who didn't understand what I just said, I said nakakatakot, no? It's so fearful. If you are JD's competition, they can do everything. So they are defining what e-commerce experience should be like and what the future of shopping. You can actually just watch it for yourselves because I have a lot of things to share. Of course, JD.com is an awesome 10x company. We liked it since 26. I think right now it's trading at about 82 or 85, something like that. But any dips near 75 or 80 is still a good entry point. for your long term. For those who aren't aware, who is JD.com? Jingtong.com is the second largest in China. The number one, of course, is Alibaba, but it has the one of the largest growth potential. And all of their peers are definitely not gonna matter. Well, I'd say that the only peer that matters is also an awesome 10x pick, which is Pinduoduo. Nonetheless, as you can see, JD.com has a 31% CAGR in the last 3 years, ever since, even before pandemic, and has continued to grow even after pandemic with those types of growth rates, similar to how Amazon.com also has been growing. And you could see that some of the US counterparts are growing in trillions, whereas the Chinese counterparts are having a magnanimous growth. And I would argue that instead of just investing in US e-commerce, you actually try to invest in some Chinese e-commerce. If you are invested in the Amazons and Shopifys of the world, you might need to do a second look at about Chinese e-commerce. And very strong growth, $82 billion net revenue, top 10 listed retailers in China, actually top 2. And you could see that the fragmented retail market share has been shifting online, as you very well see all over the world. Robust growth in Chinese retail, very highly fragmented still. The top 20 retailers market concentration in China in 2019 is still very huge. So you don't have a lot of the SMBs still there, whereas in US, it's about 48%. But we are seeing an increase in online penetration from about 6% to about 23% as of Q3 2020, leading to a significant online growth. China's online retail market size is already at about, they're saying at about $15 trillion yuan. 15 trillion divided by 7 would be about $2 trillion. And that would represent a 32% CAGR from the 1.2. So it was a 10x move from 2012 to 2023. It was more than a 10x from 1.2 trillion to 15 trillion, or about 14x move for JD sales retail market size. Now, how is Dada now gonna benefit from all of these? Dada now is the largest on-demand delivery platform in China. Given that Walmart and JD are the backers, some people are saying that Walmart might introduce Dada in US, or it could be just an investment per se. Either way, even in China alone, Dada is already the open on-demand delivery platform in China. You do anything on demand, that would be Dada Express. They're number one. The cities and counties are very huge. The last mile deliveries is about 2,400 plus counties, 700 plus intra-cities. They've delivered almost 1 billion, and it's growing. They've got an annual active writers who are just independent contractors, 634,000 doing all the work. And so these are not employees, so they don't have like those healthcare insurance, etc., etc. So if they just had an accident, usually, actually, I think there's about 2 accidents a day, sadly. So 2 versus 634,000 riders. Still though, it does mean that when you're driving, be careful about all these bikes. Also, I'd just like to share as well, of course, one of our awesome 10x picks is FUV, aka Artsimoto, one of our real drivers. Why we so believed in RC Moto and why we're up 300% already is because RC Motor, in our view, is a last mile delivery partner. So all these scooters in US, even if I never discussed this yet, I did say that NIU, New Technologies, is also a beneficiary in this huge gig economy trend. So this secular thing about people who want to just earn another $100 if they want to work for it, then this is definitely one of those gig economy platforms. And of course, another way to help, another way for like even your Amazons to actually give you some money. In the pandemic, for instance, Amazon hired something like 175,000 more workers. Most of those workers are actually these part-time crowdsourced type of work. So really just independent, usually just like that, deliver. Orders that are delivered in a single day, amazing, right? It's about 9 million. So I remember seeing 1 billion boxes, 9 million, and they sold, and you know, so yeah, 1 billion boxes, right, in a day, in a year. So that's really an amazing number. There's thousands of goods that are getting home in an hour, and data professional speed. the more that Dada knows your home, they can actually optimize that in the future, such that the drivers that would deliver for you will all be in just a single certain mile. So maybe they can just in radiuses. So I do believe that as time goes by, as Dada Group knows your habits and behaviors, the last mile delivery will not go from Manila to Olongapo, something very far, but really just Manila to Manila, Makati to Makati, and they will have a lot of warehouse points in my view. Of course, I'm thinking Philippines, no, but yeah, this is China. So it means that the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, they're gonna come up, the data would not be people. It's gonna be machines learning the patterns. And I think that as the work gets bigger and the data gets bigger, that would actually help your Walmarts, your JD.com. So understand essentially where these drivers have to be at any given point in time to really deliver that in that last mile delivery of 30 minutes to help everyone. It's a win-win solution. It's an optimization problem at the end of the day. Again, I'm going to share why I love these things, because data delivery, data-driven analysis is something that I believe in, which is why Palantir, which is an awesome 10x pick, went 100%. For those who aren't aware, data-driven analytics is something that we love, and we invested in Palantir. It was also a free Friday class. We said that data analytics, the Gotham and the Foundry, are not just helpful for government agencies, but also for your Walmarts, your Hershey's, your banks, not just to detect fraud for the banks, cybersecurity fraud, because data AI is very powerful. Essentially, your Walmarts will know everything that your habits, what you're ordering. So all of that data is going to help. So recently in the Singles Day, did Dada report a record sales? The answer is yes. They've got 10 million orders in a single day. JD Taotia sales doubled year over year, driven by purchase of groceries, electronics, and clothing. It is a company today that's $7 billion. Take note that one of our top picks, our awesome 10x top picks, was C Limited. We mentioned on and on again about how Shopee is the Peranakan version of Tencent. I'm here to narrate to you guys again. Of course, some of you may have heard, but some of you may not have heard. JD and Pinduoduo are very close to my heart. Pinduoduo was a top pick buy of mine at $19 to $20. It's now trading at $150 times 7 in about 2 years time, because I was picking at that 2019. For those who are not aware who I am a Filipino Chinese. I'm Phil Chai from the Philippines, Manila. I have been investing in the US just really actually 2019. That's when I really focused, around January 2019. So far, I have proven to myself and to many of my clients that I can really detect the 10x winners. And so it became just growing and growing and growing. It used to be just a few people, and then we are sharing our knowledge to you guys, sometimes for free in a Friday free class, but also sometimes in a Monday to Thursday paid class. So we do this every day. We try to feature companies that are really an amazing addition to your portfolios for the long term, meaning you just buy it and sleep on it, because we really believe in the companies worldwide long term. So Dada is actually, as you could see, this one is a grocery shopping of Piangpo. So apples, bananas, whatever it may be. China's largest national online shopping event, leveraging Dada now. Dada Group, known for its 1-hour delivery service, JD Taotia, local on-demand retail platform, has become the preferred offline to online shopping platform for consumers across China during the festival. This year, the sales doubled year on year. Tata now achieved various milestones, including setting a new high for single-hour deliveries of 1 million deliveries ordered between just 10 to 11 a.m. on November 11, delivering 10 million orders, the most ever in a single day on November 12. Throughout this festival, there was a super CP Pay live stream shopping, which were well received by retailers and shoppers alike. To keep up with this increase in demand, Dada now leverages its leading logistics technology to build 3 major networks of delivery services: the last mile delivery, the intra-city delivery, and the customized delivery for individuals. Together, the systems provide order fulfillment services that aren't only stable, efficient, and fast, flexible to meet the needs in a broad range of shopping scenarios. The average delivery time is nearly just 8, it has been down 8 minutes year over year, meaning they are able to optimize it. Participation in also expanded. More than 100,000 brick and mortar stores on JD Taotia's platform participated. So those are your small, medium brick businesses. small and medium businesses, and also the national supermarket chains. The regional retail outlets are achieving significant growth in online sales during the festival. This strength is very huge. Take note, on Singles Day, the sales of smartphones increased by more than 200% compared to 618 Shopping Festival, and top selling brands were Apple, Huawei, Honor, Vivo, and OnePlus. So I'll reveal a few awesome 10x picks for you. I'll say this company, blah, 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 actually experienced, one of our awesome 10x picks experienced something like selling 100 million yuan worth of sales in something like less than an hour with live streaming. That is how amazing it is. That department stores, it is equivalent to 6 department stores working day and night with so many costs, with so many labor costs, is spending, but not generating as much sales as live streaming. So we do see that e-commerce, live streaming, it's such a cost-efficient way to reach out to the audience and get that audience to shop. And to deliver that shopping, of course, you have this DADA Nexus, JD Taoja, to do it for you. And of course, that has been growing. Gross merchandise value all over has been met by all the biggest brands. You could see that the top brands all over, such as domestic and international, Yili, Mengyu, P&G, Unilever, Mars Wrigley, and Nestle all doubled their sales compared to the prior year, working with JD Taoja and Nexus, DADA Nexus. So we are very pleased to this Singles Days Festival. Our impressive results are very good, and our brands, partners really happy on this, and our dedicated riders making deliveries on the ground. Actually, in the proposed bill that became passed in California, they passed a bill wherein they are independent contractual workers, but it's a hybrid model. The win is that they will cover healthcare insurance if there was something that happened on the road, definitely. And of course, they will also cover 120% higher than the minimum wage. So example, if the minimum wage is about 10,000 pesos in the Philippines, or about $200 to $300, they're willing to pay 20% higher than that. And that was why California passed that bill for Uber and Lyft. So actually, it benefits all your food delivery, ride-hailing services. It helps even your DoorDash, etc. So your Instacart in the US. So it's actually a worldwide movement. But in China, they did not have to do those California proposals, because in China, it was automatic that all the people were already independent contractual workers. There was no regularization of employees on these levels. Okay. People are asking, these ride-hailing apps, good, they serve a necessity. It's an essential good, but at the end of the day, can they make money? Can Walmart make money? This is so this was like they were saying it's $16 and now it's $32. This is the chart of DADA Nexus. I tried to check one of their competition. Of course, their largest competition is Meituan Tianping, and this is actually Meituan Tianping's Hong Kong IPO. Meituan Tianping listed in Hong Kong about 2 years ago with the ticker symbol 3690. Meituan Tianping. It's a company in Hong Kong, listed in Hong Kong. It's not in US. However, this is the largest in China. You could see that they listed at $72. Initially, as all these ride-hailing food delivery giants they all lost money. They do burn money. So in its first year, it actually dropped from $72 to $40. But after falling to $40, it has since skyrocketed to a 10x move. It's now doing something like $360. You can actually check that out. But it just tells you, because I have so many slides here and I might not have time, so I'm not like gonna give you the chart anymore. But you could see that this is the IPO part. And actually, at that point in time, they had the scale. They had all the merchants. So you could see here, they've got 340 million users, $6.9 billion annual transactions, 4.7 million, all the annual gross transactional value, all the cities and counties, and the daily active users that they have. So they've got 539,000. So it looks like a little Meituan Tianping. And if you think about it, well, it's not really little, because I think they're a good competition. And when you take a look at the breakdown of the costs and expenses and this year's management discussion and analysis, actually in just 2 years' time, the company has already made money. So from being a cash burn, because you've got significant scale, they've actually done well. Commissions, online marketing services, this is their sales. they've been actually growing and growing, and also they've made some money on in-store, hotel, and travel. This is part of Meituan Tianping's other business streams, and of course new initiatives and others. When you take a look at the last 3 months year on year, so you can see that in June 30, 2019, revenues here, it doesn't look much, but wait, where did I check it out? Actually, Meituan Tianping, most of the businesses like these, the highest growth is in food delivery. So this is actually more of a how should I say it? Dikit siya. So it's quite not seen, but really it's here, somewhere here. Revenue from the food delivery. So this one is just 13%, but Dada Nexus is actually doing 100% growth, perhaps because it's a smaller company. Revenues from the food delivery segment increased by 13% to 14.5 billion yuan. From 12 billion last year, 12.8. Commission revenues increased by 8% due to the gross transaction volume. So you used to have something delivered for just 100 pesos. I mean, not 100 pesos maybe. You had something delivered for about 700 pesos. And now you have a higher transaction volume of about maybe 200 yuan or 1,400 pesos. Either way, that was going to be a significant boost for them since they deliver. They do have a higher commission if they get a bigger sales. Usually these apps, they take a sale from the restaurants and the small business partners. So they take usually a 10% cut on it. 10 or 15, depends. And then of course, they also charge a small shipping fee. So DoorDash charges something like $99 per year. Amazon Prime does something like $109 to ship anything for you any amount in a year, because they felt that as long as you shop, then they can earn something from the shopping anyway, so they can just deliver it to you for free. Well, not really free, but if you think about it, $100 is enough for them to cover all their costs, something like that, because they're doing it scale. Okay, so that's something that's done by Walmart, and so that model is actually okay for me, like a small fixed model and then a percentage. So it's a commission-based model. As the business scales in the hundreds of millions, then and the gross transaction volume increases, you definitely have a path to profitability. I think most people, when you check most of them, I actually was skeptical before. I'll be very honest. I was very skeptical on this industry because I felt that this is the ugly guy or the ugly girl in technology. It looks good, but very low margin. You've got the slave economy, all of these delivery people, and then you've got technology. What exactly is the benefit? But after reading so much on the annual reports, I do believe that there is a path to profitability here. It might just take a longer time, but you have to be very careful at what price you pay for the company. So the question maybe of most of you is, okay, you talked a lot, Nikki, let's get to the point. Tell me more about Dada Nexus. So Dada now, you can see all of these, bringing people everything on demand. Third quarter highlights, this was just released about, I think, just 3 hours ago or 6 hours ago. So the results of Dada Nexus just came out before market hours. So before market hours, you could see that it increased 85% year on year. So as you well know, Meituan Dianping just reported sales of about 16%. This one is bigger because we're talking about just 1.3 billion yuan. A while ago, what you heard me read was something like 22 billion yuan, meaning Meituan Dianping is 20 times larger than this. 15 times larger than this, right? The number of orders delivered with Dada now is very big. So 635 million to 1 billion. The gross merchandise volume has grown 100% from 10 to 21 billion. So it's really growing and growing. And knowing that how Meituan Dianping has grown, this is like me buying a little Meituan Dianping before it went 10x. Because I wish that I just simply bought Meituan Dianping at 40 to 70, even if it was a cash burning company. Because now I understand. It takes time, but it is a path to profitability. Also, the number of active consumers is now 37 million, a growth from 21 million. And that's expected, in my view, to grow to something like 100 million. So I think that you'll times 3 at the very least. If you buy 33 today, I think that your downside is very small at about 21, 26. I don't think you can get any more at the IPO price of 16. So the lowest, I think, is about 20% drop. And the big upside is probably like 300 to 200% up. So I would rather be on the bullish side and not cheapskate my way for a good company. So we are pleased to report a strong performance with our business continuing to grow and our leading position further strengthening. 24% market share. So they are getting that market share right now. And the Dada is doing well. Their CEO is Mr. Philip Kwai. He's the CEO of Dada Group. Commitment to bring everything on demand continues to win over consumers, especially in lower tier cities. So this is something nice that I like because when I was studying Pentuatua, that was also where the growth was coming from. And it's normal because it just tells you how the bigger middle class is really the miracle of China isn't about the rich people becoming richer. It's about the poorer people becoming middle class. And that is where the big money is all about. That is also what Awesome 10X wants. That's why we want to help people all across the world, especially the Filipinos, because the Philippines, in my view, is a company or a country that needs a lot of investing to become money making. You cannot just allow your money to sit in the banks. So I'd rather you learn even for free with Awesome 10X. So it is in a way my charity to give my time to you, and in exchange I want you to give time to me. That's all. I mean, I'm not asking for anything. I want you to just pay attention. Now in the third quarter, we saw strong revenue growth, a significant improvement of operating margin. We will continue to invest in technology, empower retailers, brand owners, enhance capabilities, improve efficiency to establish, agree, and that is why the revenues have been growing 100% year over year. So this is how it is. 385 million yuan, 704 million yuan for Tata now. JD.com's JD Taoxia is 304 to 582, so very strong growth. This is a company that I would want to own in my portfolio. So you could see that these revenues are coming from fulfillment services provided to retailers on JD Taoxia. Net revenues increased. Revenues increase 81, 91%, 31, 2020. Dada Nexus money, care about them losing money. Actually, if somebody wanted to sell us for a decade, it's not here tomorrow. I'll be willing to buy it even if they lose money, right? So I am pretty much aware of this bearish case of people that, oh, but why invest in a company that's not profitable, blah, blah, blah. Well, I am investing on a company that is scalable, and they are spending in the right goods, spending correctly. So in my view, it is just fine for me to have a company like this. So they lost about $280 million on March 31, 2020. They've got reported revenues of 1.1. So it really grew, right? So some history, they launched the Credit Night service nationwide. They pioneered the 1-hour delivery of live shopping model. Dada is listed on June 2020. They also took emergency response to a guaranteed supply, to stock the front line. They have so many business partners. So you said, I heard you heard me say everyone, domestic and international. You've got the Procter and Gamble, the Unilever, but actually you've got everyone: your Miniso, your Mannings, your Lesonda, Watsons, Mumuso. You can actually see it all on their website. So just go to their website, Dada Group. And then I want to share with you a few things. This is one of an opinion articles in a video. I was looking for like some videos on Dada Nexus. I found this from Jagger Media. It's also on YouTube. So okay, guys, sorry, sorry, so I got cut off. I'm trying to open my slides again. I'm sorry, this is a very huge slide, a very long topic today. Wait. So in their report or in their analysis, they were saying that what is it about China's growth? Wait, can you see my slides? Here. Try to see this slide. Wait up, I'm fixing. Okay, I'm sorry for some technical difficulties. Okay, can you see this? Okay, so what does China's food and grocery look like? So as you can see, okay na, we now are past the consolidation period. Only the big behemoths can actually be there and invest. $500 million is a huge investment. And that actually made the barrier to entry very hard for others. So all the rest of the competition are nowhere there. So the only competition is just JD and Alibaba, and Pinduoduo maybe through Tencent. So Pinduoduo is of course very huge on their social group discount model, and Tencent has handled them very well. And as you could see, today's Chinese grocery and food industry has everything: automated cashierless restaurants. Fintech is very huge with Alipay and Financial Group and Tencent's WeChat. Grocery vending machines, unmanned stores, augmented reality, facial recognition. And you also saw that so many millions of DADA now here as of June 30 already has a billion deliveries, 60%. So I'm looking forward to the 2 billion, 5 billion, 10 billion deliveries somewhere in the next 10 years. So I do think that I'm going to go 10x. This is actually a good video highlights from Jaguar Media. What are DADA Nexus and JD working on currently? So actually, DADA Nexus and JD are working really on every last mile delivery. As you heard, they do everything. Not just the people, not just that huge 600,000, 700,000 workers. They've also worked, for those who aren't in the know, JD and Google are actually partnered for some unmanned delivery machines, some robots, some drones. So definitely, I think if my memory is correct, Nuro is also partnered with JD, so NURO. And what's important here is that the top line has been continuing to grow for JD.com's JD Taotia and Dada Nexus, and that growth is basically coming from JD. So being a partner of JD is the same reason why Alibaba's all of their couriers are making money. And you could see that the threat of the model is Alibaba. The biggest competition is Alibaba and Tencent, because Alibaba has that Hema Fresh, and of course there is also this competition, which is the 7 Fresh. So it's the online to offline model. It's the O2O model. So you need to have offline and online. Well, the thing is, I think that it's not a huge problem because Dada Nexus works with 100,000 merchants, as you heard a while ago, and most of these merchants already have a brick and mortar. So what's going to happen is that all of these brick and mortar stores are just like pickup points. And I think if my memory is correct, I can't remember which company was it that actually did curbside pickups. It's Target, it's Costco, actually all of them, and all of them were making so much money in their earnings call. So I think that curbside pickup is a very huge trend, and it's actually very efficient. So the more data we have, this is just gonna be a scalable and a cost-efficient business model. So even if they think that it's a threat, I don't think that it is a threat. Most people think that grocery is a niche. I don't think so. So yeah, I mean, this is Meituan Dianping, the growth, the food delivery, and their mission and their business model was to help people eat better and live better. The truth is, Meituan Dianping isn't just helping people eat better and live better. I think that is far from their mission. The biggest mission is really deliver, deliver, deliver. So let's go more through the investment highlights of Please bear with me. I know that I'm already an hour late. This is already an hour, but give me some time. Their mission is to bring people everything on demand. I like that. It's a big market. Brand owners, they work with riders and merchants and retailers and consumers. So it's a comprehensive and efficient fulfillment solution nationwide. The biggest thing about them is their RM tools. They have 2,100 employees operating 2 major marketplaces. The fastest pickup time is about 30 minutes, and their average delivery time is 30 minutes, and 85% of their intracity orders are matched within a minute. So if you make an order within a minute, they can match you up with a delivery guy. That is what it means. Smart order and dispatching system, digitalized rider management system. In my view, as the world has seen a lot of people lose their jobs, one of the biggest job growth hungry companies would be companies like them. All of them are looking for riders, Uber, Grab, Lalamove, Foodpanda, Transportify, so in China it's gonna be Meituan, Dada Nexus, JD. So yeah, Amazon, yeah. So JD.com, Walmart, and Dada. So they work together. Last mile delivery, strategic delivery partner, OTO platform, optimize. So they're seeing consumers to companies to consumers e-commerce platform. China warehouse, the logistics go straight to home. The B2C e-commerce platform, intercity same day delivery, and of course the O2O is 1 hour on demand deliveries. Then 1 day, and then now 1 hour. So in an hour, can you imagine if your house was just a warehouse? If you were a delivery guy, and maybe pretty soon, if people know that your sari store can be just a warehouse store. You never know, guys. I think that is the trend of the future. Possible. So the shelf space is actually not this. I'm sorry for the people who believes that the shelf space is a great business model. The shelf space, in my view, the best shelf space is actually a Shopee shelf space, an online shelf space. If you can just buy that little thing there that shows your product, that is what I'll pay for the shelf space. It's called digital advertising, and that's where Awesome 10x has also been making a lot of 10x moves from. This is another pitch. Yes, that's the reason why a lot of companies in the mobile digital advertising platform are making a ton of money. Because if I can tell you which product top of mind, then that's really a very important product position. That's actually a shelf space paid. So again, I said before, the most expensive real estate is not a commercial space. The most expensive retail estate is this mobile phone, this tiny mobile phone, that line there. Yep, that is the most expensive digital real estate. Now, supermarket, largest local retail segment driven by rising OTO penetration. Supermarket, number one. So I like them. 3.3 trillion, 3.6 trillion, got it. So 70% CAGR growth because they're just capturing this market today. So it's very huge. The on-demand delivery is also the fastest growing segment. They see it as an opportunity in the next 4 years from just 9 to 27 delivery orders on average, how much revenues that they will make. So they're seeing about 161 million captive on-demand delivery market. Groceries, supermarkets, restaurants, florists, everyone wants to have flowers delivered online, isn't it? Or even personal item. For all you know, your napkin, I don't know, especially medical. Yeah, I do agree. Medical, pharmaceutical stuff, insurance documents, last mile delivery, etc. So an open on-demand delivery, their unique value proposition is that they are very high moat. It's very difficult. Only a JD and Alibaba can do something like this and pull it off well, or even a Tencent, right? So widely trusted local on-demand, evolving, powerful multi-network effects, fostering win-win outcomes, and a proven and visionary management team with a commitment to technology innovation. I would agree with all these things. Flexible, highly scalable, robust growth, fast fulfillment. Okay. Network effects, technology infrastructure, automated pricing system, smart order recommendation dispatching system. Agree. So widely trusted, yes. Already they are working with all the leading growth supermarket chains. They're working with Walmart, Yonshi Superstores, Vanguard, Sam's Club, Better Life, Century Mart, Seven Fresh, Food Market, Ion. So actually in the US front, maybe the reason why you want to ask, why did Walmart invest here? I believe that Walmart is going to take advantage of Dada Nexus technology to handle and serve more Americans. So actually, Dada Nexus could actually earn something to lease out their license to these companies. Which company did that? One of our Awesome 10x picks is Ocado, the British London grocery store. Kroger invested also in Ocado to help them fulfill all of these retail grocery stuff. So if you're asking me why Walmart and JD invested in Dada Nexus, it is aligned definitely with their business model. And of course, all the little supermarkets and convenience stores are also working along with them. So integrated fulfillment solutions, picking assistant. So self-checkout tools, scan and go. Okay, so powerful multilateral network. Yep, correct. So you could see that delivery experience and product offerings, it just goes hand in hand. I like the ecosystem. So this is actually very powerful. This is actually one of the most powerful entities that, in my view, is one of the most undervalued today at just $7 billion market cap. Philip Kuai is the founder. He worked in McKinsey, Oracle. So he also had some Chinese startups. What's this? AdChina.com. He worked in MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The co-founder is actually used to work for Square, as in Jack Dorsey Square. He helped the viral growth of Square. He studied, so this guy studied in MIT. This guy studied in Carnegie Mellon University, worked in Google, Facebook, Square. Of course, their CFO is CFA and all of those, Deloitte, worked in Baozun, Laoshou, Chinese, yeah. So all of their directors are also one of the largest. For those who aren't aware, Sequoia Capital is the largest. So this is really, if you'll ask me, this is a super blue chip company in the rough. That's why it deserves the awesome 10x rating. Enhance delivery, further pursue and enhance strategic alliances, continue to invest and innovate in technologies, strengthen collaboration, agree. How can they grow? Through dual engine. So they can increase their number of orders and increase that gross merchandise volume as they study more and more what you're ordering. So they can do a lot of AI recommendations for you. Improved operating efficiency leading to reducing adjusted net loss. You could see that that breakdown of costs is very huge. They are actually losing less money. Can you imagine? They lost 250 million, they lost 231 million, but actually their costs and expenses is actually falling from 37% to just 17% because of scale. So actually, I can see that this company is going to be break even or profitable in about 2 years' time. Can you imagine if this was like in 2 years' time? I'd probably be 2x already by then. So Dada now, largest on, so there, it's $1 trillion market pie. I do agree with that. It's probably not just $1 trillion market. When you listen to all of the delivery apps in the world, I would agree whether it's a DoorDash or well, it depends on what you choose. Most of the companies in the US are, in my view, a little bit expensive compared to the Chinese counterparts. So I would prefer owning a JD Dada Nexus rather than maybe expensive stuff abroad. Tech versus tech, I think that this is actually a supreme leader in that part. What else should I share? Wait up, guys. I'm just trying to check if I missed out. Wait, let me see if my slides were complete. Finished there. You can see the website. This is Dada Group, the IMD, the home. You can see all the partners. I translated it to English. You can learn about JD.com's, of course, the highlights of November 2020. We have to check this out. I'm going to share it to you as well because this is the partner in China. So I want you to know more about the way that JD is growing. JD is improving with scale as well, higher gross margins, higher gross profits, definitely. That this is why they're actually net profitable. Cash flow generation is huge, free cash flow. There's a lot of system integration. And these are good. For those who aren't aware yet, JD is the largest. This is one of my biggest loves about JD.com. JD has a nationwide warehouse network and last mile reach. Harpin, Changchun, Hoho, Urumqi, Lhasa, wherever you are, tier 1, tier 2, the best bet there is going to be JD or Pintuato. So that's really my personal perspective. Rapid expansion, they've got 7 fulfillment centers, 31 cities, 800 plus warehouses, 20 million square meters of gross floor area, 28 projects in 18 cities, self-built mega warehouses. Some of these warehouses are actually just a few employees with a lot of AI and robots in there. Actually, I was like so amazed whenever I checked JD.com's factories online. So almost all counties and districts in China, they are a best-in-class customer experience. So let's review again. $33. Let's see. JD. This is a JD-backed IPO. So yeah, I do believe that this is a company that's worth your time. Put it in your watch lists and have a good day. Have an awesome 10x day. And let me just last promote this before I end. Last promote. Go here to awesome10x.com. A lot of Filipinos tell me that they don't know how to invest online through interactive brokers. So we will give you a free lesson. Try to email us awesome10xofficial@gmail.com. You can sign up as well for Awesome 10X Inner Circle. It's just 2,000 pesos a month. We will help you all throughout the session. And we've been helping everyone, housewives, farmers, newbies, students. It doesn't matter if you know nothing and you only have an hour time. We can make sure that the investments that you make are one of the best 10x secular trends. That the true mantra of Awesome 10x is to make money while sleeping in the best companies in the world. So we buy, and we never sell. Even if we're up 100%, we never sell. You've heard me say that we've invested in JD as early as 26. Even at $80, we have been buying. Invested in Pintuato at $20. Even today at $130, $150, we're not selling. So if we really like a company and we see it as a 10x move, we would love you to hold and have it and really buy them more on dips if there are any. So there's a massive invite to all of you to just join Awesome 10X Inner Circle. Every Friday is a free class. So do note that every Friday is a free class. Check us out. This is our Faces Trader. This is my personal account, Twitter account. I am at Faces Trader, and you can follow me here. Thank you very much, and I hope you